I did a video last night after Thanksgiving dinner. I came in here, take a couple of hits off the green beans, and I made a video of me smiling and exhaling the green bean smoke, which caused nameless, faceless, coward troll account here to say, "You are a great example to your children. You should be proud." I am. And I think so are my kids. I taught my kids work ethic. I taught my kids not to rely on anybody else to give for you or provide for you, especially my daughters. Don't go out and get a man that's going to take care of you. Go out and get a man that's going to be a partner, and always make sure that if that man were to dip out of the picture, you could still take care of yourself. I teach the same to my son as well. I have shown my kids what it's like to be a loyal husband. I've been with my wife for 27 years, where they see handfuls of their friends' parents divorced. They've only known one house, one set of parents, one family unit for the past 27 years. I've shown my kids that you can branch out and be your own boss. You don't have to rely on an employer if you don't want to. That you can go out and do things on your own and support yourself without being reliant on somebody else. And when it comes to the green beans, I've shown my kids that the bullshit that we've been fed, from the do not or just say no campaign to the dare campaign to this new bullshit campaign that Trump says he's going to launch to educate America on fentanyl, is just that. It's bullshit. And that they need to learn how to think for themselves. Something else that I'm going to show them with this video is the hypocrisy. Because if I was sitting here after Thanksgiving dinner having a glass of wine, you wouldn't say a fucking thing. If I was sitting here after Thanksgiving dinner having a nice cold beer, you wouldn't say a fucking thing. If I was sitting here after Thanksgiving dinner having a 7-7 or a shot of Jack Daniels and a Coke Chaser, you wouldn't say a fucking word. Because those things are all greatly accepted in American society. But green beans aren't. Something that's less addictive than alcohol is shunned. Something that is less damaging to your body than alcohol is shunned. Something that has medicinal purposes, unlike alcohol, is shunned. And I'm showing them that that's bullshit. As a matter of fact, I was showing it to them so much that about a year and a half ago, maybe he was even earlier in this year, now that I think about it, my wife had a glass of wine. Something she almost never does, right? You want to go grab a bottle of wine from where we have the few bottles of alcohol in this house, you're going to have to dust it off. And my son said to her, "How many of those are you going to have?" She goes, "Just the one." And we were both kind of taken aback, but we, didn't think too much of it. And then my wife went out with an old coworker, and the two ladies went and had a couple of margaritas and caught up. And when she got home, my son goes, "Where'd you go?" And she went, "I went to the Mexican restaurant with my girlfriend from the last company I worked at, and we had a couple of margaritas and we caught up." And he goes, "And you drove home?" And so we sat him down and we said, "Hey, well, you really seem taken aback by the last couple of times that Mom had alcohol." And he's like, "Yeah, because that's not normal." I go, you do understand people have drinks all the time." She goes, "Yeah, but you don't have drinks all the time," is what he said. I said, "Okay, fair enough. But you don't say anything when she has an edible at night." He goes, "Because that's normal." We have successfully raised our kids in a household to view cannabis consumption as being as normal as alcohol consumption. I mean, they grew up seeing alcohol commercials on baseball game TV ads, on football TV ads, on hockey TV ads. When you went to a concert or a ball game, there were alcohol ads everywhere. People with Budweiser shirts, and Jack Daniels shirts, and Jack Daniels tattoos, and all kinds of shit. And that's been acceptable for eons. But God forbid you consume the green beans, when so many successful people in the history of our species have done that very thing. Yeah, I think that I am a great example to my kids. I think my kids are proud of me, and I'm going to work on being a great example to my grandkids next.